Hello everybody and welcome to another segment of Doors Update News, the only place where you can learn about the upcoming features for Doors in an unnecessary amount of detail. Today we've got something pretty exciting to cover, as a major teaser for the next update has recently been revealed by the developers. So in this video we'll be analyzing and going over everything about this teaser, as well as what it implies for the content coming in the update. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so with all of that being said, let's begin. Alright, so as you all may have known, the next update is going to add a whole bunch of new modifiers to the game. However, as stated by the developers, this won't be the only new piece of content. For example, the developers recently confirmed that locked lockers and toolboxes will be implemented into the update. And this should be a surprise to nobody, as I predicted this in a previous video using entirely speculation. Yeah, that's right, I can practically see into the future with my mind powers. Anyways, this new teaser not only shows us a brand new item, but it also shows us a couple new modifiers that may be added to the game. So without further ado, here's the new teaser. The image showcases the exploded body of Jeff the Killer from the Super Hard Mode event, with several items surrounding it. Behind Jeff is a player, and this whole scene takes place inside of the library. Now there's a lot to unpack here, so let's start small and work our way up. Let's start with the numbers on the screen. As you may have noticed, there are a lot of strange numbers which are seemingly on the screen for no reason. Now, to a normal person, this may seem like something important that we are missing, but it actually isn't. These numbers are simply for testing purposes only, and they don't impact the teaser at all. However, even though there's one useless quality of this image, there are plenty which attract my interest. Let's start with the new item. As I'd stated, around Jeff's body are multiple dropped items. However, if you look under his torso, you can actually see what appears to be some sort of bottle with gold stuff coming out of it. There isn't anything in the game currently like this, meaning it's likely a new addition that will come in the next update. Now, given how other bottle items work in the game, this is likely a consumable that once drunk out of will give the player a temporary buff. It's also worth mentioning that the yellow stuff in the bottle could be gold, meaning that this item could be related to that currency. However, this image alone isn't enough to state what function this item may provide. Additionally, although being less important, behind Jeff is some strange line item. It is theorized that this is either a lockpick or tablet, but it is also possible that it is a new item. Given how it quite literally is just a line, it's really hard to tell what it exactly is. Moving on, let's talk about the surroundings. For one, something you may have noticed is that all the textures in the room have been replaced by the rusty metal material. The likely culprit of this phenomenon is either a new modifier or a feature of the admin panel Game Pass, but more on that a little later. Additionally, although the room this image takes place in is very obviously the library, upon closer inspection it can be discovered it actually isn't. The actual library is much smaller in size, and it doesn't have as many corridors as the one seen in the teaser. Now, there are two explanations for this library being so large than normal. Those being 1, a new modifier will expand the library, or 2, much like how the courtyard was revamped from the floor to update, the library may also be overhauled in this upcoming update. I'm honestly hoping that the second option is the case, as an overhauled library would be pretty cool. That isn't all though, as I have yet to discuss the centerpiece of the image in detail, that being Jeff the Killer. Now, our friend Jeff here, as well as the holy hand grenade item next to him, are exclusively only found in the Super Hard Mode game mode, which is only accessible by playing a modifier which isn't compatible with any other modifier due to utilizing an older build of the game. This raises the question of how Jeff and the grenade could be present in this image, given how Super Hard Mode can't be used with other modifiers, and other modifiers are very obviously being used in this image. Well, I actually think it relates back to the admin panel Game Pass. Essentially, a while back it was leaked that a Game Pass which allows players to access an admin panel would be coming to the game, and this Game Pass would allow players to spawn entities and tools as well as mess with stats. So, seeing how Jeff the Killer is an entity and how the Holy Hand Grenade is an item, it's possible this Game Pass is being used in this image, allowing both the entity and the item being present here to be possible. This Game Pass may also be responsible for the rusty texture all over the place as well as the enlarged library, although those may be the result of individual modifiers rather than this singular one. So, in total, this leak shows us a few new things, including a new bottle item, a modifier which makes the entire game rusty, and a possible remake for the library, all being features which are pretty exciting. Now, something else I did want to mention is the developers did state that the update would be coming soon, which I mean gives us all hope, but the word soon in terms of doors typically means not for a while by conventional standards. So, yeah. I mean, the update could have been released on the 15th at the earliest, but obviously it's not out yet, so it will probably take more time to develop. But yeah, I thought I'd mention it was coming soon, even though we have no idea of how long soon is. Anyways, that was essentially the entire video. This leak reveals a lot of super exciting things, and I can't wait for the update to release whenever it does. So, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and with all of that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy.